Oh, testing. Oh. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Hulu's original series, Solar Opposites Season 2. It's a non-spoiler, so don't worry about any spoilers in this. I'm talking an overview of whether you should watch this, whether you should watch Season 1 if you haven't seen Season 1. The answer is yes to that, but if it's like as the same or better. For now, let's jump into the review. Do give me a like, a thumbs up, a comment, chat to me down there. I'm very active in the comments. I love chatting to you guys. Thanks so much for watching this. Let's jump in. A family of aliens move to Middle America where they debate whether life is better there or on their home planet. So at the beginning of Season 2, they finally fix their ship. And they're about to take off, but obviously something ensues and it keeps them on Earth. That's basically what's in the trailer, so don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything. Suffice to say, we have our favorite characters still here. It's very similar to Season 1, but there are a few different things. So I think if you like Season 1, you're going to like Season 2. I actually prefer Season 2. Now, one of the major favorites is the whole story that's going on within the wall. The miniaturized people, you know, the community, the kind of the life that goes on there. That's very intriguing. This time around, I feel like it's more intriguing because there's a sort of detective mystery case going on, but it isn't there that much. So sparse throughout the episodes is this little story, this thread of the miniature people, and they have their whole society, how they're growing food, the detective story trying to track down a sort of killer, a serial killer of sorts, and that is great. It's a very interesting story, and I think that's one of the things that kind of drew people to the story, because obviously we have the voice actor from Rick and Morty, it's from the same creators, and so a lot of people will be comparing it to Rick and Morty, and this style in the animation is very similar. Even some of the jokes, the non-particular clever jokes that are in this are similar to Rick and Morty, and some people understand that Rick and Morty is meta, but I would think that this show is even more meta. But I personally like the tack that they took for Season 2 here. There's a lot of kind of referencing stuff that we, you know, depending on your age group, to our world, breaking the fourth wall. But it's the same with like films and actors and people that we know, that we watch in entertainment today. There's a lot of that referenced throughout the season. And that is a lot of fun to watch because you're guessing what they're doing, or you know what they're going, and you're looking for that moment that's going to happen in the episodes. And when they do something like with Keanu Reeves or RoboCop, there's loads just sparsed out throughout this area. So when that happens, you're enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. There are jokes that are just plain rude, and then there are jokes that you kind of have to do a take back and go, wait, did that reference that? And then you think, oh, that is that. So it's not deeply clever, but there are moments when you're like, oh, okay, I see what they did there. It's also very gory, as you'd expect from, you know, alien blood to real human blood. Literally just from the first two episodes, you'll understand the tack they're going for. However, this series does feel like it's a setup for Season 3. I think if you go and read a couple of the interviews, which I have done, the creators are setting things up in this season for what's going to happen in Season 3. So if you look at it like the original Star Wars trilogy, you know, the Empire Strikes Back was always the second one, but people weren't sure about it when it first came out. But when the Return of the Jedi came out, it's held in so much more high regard. And I feel like that's going to happen to this, although I already think that this one is very good. I like some of the beats, some of the moments. There's a lot of character development from our family members. Corvo, Terry, Yamulak, Jesse, the pupa. There's a lot going on with each of our characters, and it does feel like they get to know each other a bit more without making us without doing massive dumps of exposition, without kind of just thrusting it. Oh, this is the character development moment. No, there's none of that. There is like those individual adventure stories where sometimes you think, how on earth is that going to be reset to next episode? The kind of consequences, but they do kind of carry on the consequences. It's not quite like where the Simpsons, you know, destroy the world and then suddenly it's back to the next episode. This does have a few moments where things just carry on, which I think is great. They also meet other species, which I think are interesting, as you'd expect. Sometimes the storyline will go away that you're not thinking it's going to go, which I really appreciated. But for the most part, you understand what this is. You understand because you've seen Season 1. It's that and more. I really feel like it's found its footing in season 2. I enjoyed it. I thought the jokes for the most part hit. It is silly. If you need a laugh and you have a little bit of immature humor like I do, if you love the Rick and Morty series and you're missing that, this is definitely, I don't want to say, oh, this will sate you until that, because that's doing a disservice to this series. I think now it's beginning to stand on its own feet, where people were unsure but they loved the Wall story, and now this one feels like, okay, the Wall story is taking a little bit of a backseat, although it's a very intriguing storyline. This time round, we are more developing our characters as we see them start to really kind of get to grips with what Earth is, and how they interact with that is brilliant. And so I'm looking forward to some of those storylines, what they're setting up for season 3, what they're going to do with that. You know, I can talk about the animation for days, you know, the vibrancy, the frame rates, all of that. I think you know what to expect from this. The score as well, again, just kind of harks back to Rick and Morty. So even though I don't want to compare it to it, it's easy to compare it to that. It's a lot of fun though. I hope you're going to enjoy season 2 as much as I did. I'm giving this a straight up A-. Let me know in the comments below, which season did you prefer, season 1 or 2? Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.